Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM here on a Tuesday here in Melbourne. Because let's go up to our friends. I will normally say Queensland, but we also got another one that's so not in Queensland at the moment because she's actually overseas up in the Northern Hemisphere as well. Because we've got a May and Stacey joins us right now. Thanks both for joining us and tell us a bit about the year so far for both of you in softball.
Okay. I guess I'll go first, May. I'm currently in Japan where I play in the Japanese Professional Softball League. We're just about to complete the first half of our season, so I actually have one more weekend of games, and then I'm home to the cold again, back to Australia after next weekend to join you guys. I guess we've had, in terms of softball at home, we have had our club season in Brisbane with the Panthers. That's kind of the only softball I play at home. So we had a good season. We didn't get to finish the season, unfortunately, because of rain, which is quite disappointing. We had a lot of rain throughout the season too. So it was tough not to finish the season, but I always love playing for Panthers. So that's about it for me.
And so the start of the year was pretty, like, we had 23s and then heats. So two big comps, and then came back to club Panthers for a bit, which was good. Season got rained out in the end, and we were on a good streak, so that hurt a little bit. I got to join in the Aussie Spirit. They had a camp a couple weeks ago, so I got to do that, which was pretty cool to be around that environment. Besides that, just a tournament, and then winter season, which has been rained out for the last 8 weeks. We're picking up training now again, which is great.
Stacey, you're, as you mentioned, over in Japan at the moment. So how's the season gone so far professionally for you over there in Japan?
Yeah, look, we haven't had the best start to our season with my club team, SG Holdings, Galaxy Stars. We probably haven't done as well as we've done in the past, but it's we've had some good wins too. So we've got the second half of the season to come. So I'll come home for a couple of months and then head back at the end of August and play out the second half of the season. So we're still we're sitting fourth at the moment, and top three go through to the finals. So we're only one game behind the team that's coming third. So we're right in the mix. So hopefully some more solid games to come for us.
As you mentioned, for you, you've got one game left before you come home, and then obviously, as you mentioned, you're returning back in about a month after that. So how's the preparation been like for you, and is it going to be well and rest when you come back home to Australia?
Yeah, definitely, because I've been here. Our season started, so we work in halves. So our season started at the end of, actually in April. So after our club season in Brisbane finished, I had a couple of weeks at home and then headed straight here. And it's full on. We sort of go 6 days a week here, and it's professional. It's definitely professional. So it's been full on, and we've played every weekend other than one. So I'm very much looking forward to the break. And, I'm sort of done with all my Australian softball stuff, but that's where Amaya picks up, and she's kind of in the mix of all the Aussie stuff at the moment. So that's really good to see.
Okay, great segue to my next question. Amaya, obviously you're in the Aussie stuff as well yourself. How's that traveling for you?
It's been good. We're just starting trainings now on a Monday, which is great. And over the next couple months leading up to the Open Women's Tournament, I think we'll boost that up to, I think, 3 times a week. It's definitely very cool to, got to join that camp, which was just awesome to be a part of. I think, what do I say? Like, the environment, it's very just positive and looking just to get better every time, and definitely ready to take those to trainings. But at the moment it's just more gym stuff, but very excited to get a bit more softball involved in that.
So is that basically in Brizzy at the moment, or do you have to go interstate for that?
They've got the Aussie Spirit team, and then they've got like kind of a second kind of under 23s development squad, so that's what I'm in. And yeah, it's just all of us Queensland girls that are involved in that. We train together and yeah, play a couple games against the Aussie girls and stuff like that.
So for both of you being involved in the Aussie teams and all that sort of things, especially in the lead up to the next summer season that's coming up, or competitions that you have coming up in the second half of this year, is it just starting to ramp up as we go towards the next competition that for the Aussie side of things?
So yeah, I think their tournament is in the next couple. They've got the World Series, yeah, in a couple of months. So those girls are working hard towards that. Um, that's kind of all I really know. They have got a tour going over to Japan. So we're playing games against them, the Aussie Spirit girls, to kind of prep them, get them ready for that. So that'll be an exciting experience for them.
No, well, I guess Amaya kind of, yeah, she's in the mix of it now, so she knows what's going on. But I think, yeah, a couple of tours to Japan. I think they come to Japan a week after I finish here, and they will sort of base themselves up near Tokyo and play some club teams. And then, as far as I'm aware, I think they go home for a little bit, and then their world games is in China in August, and then I think they will go home and train a little bit, and then come back to Japan pre that tournament, and then head straight into China for the World Games. Which, yeah, I guess it's just we don't get a lot of the World Games, World Champs stuff at the moment, and it's such a lead up to LA 2028 is what we're working towards, because that's the next big thing. So we really want to qualify. So I guess it's a really important time for Softball Australia, the Aussie Spirit in particular, to put in some good performances and do well at those tournaments, so they can work towards where they want to get.
Where did the love of softball start, and what does it mean now? I know I may have already answered this, but I'm going to get you to answer it again.
Go ahead, May.
I think mine just started with, yeah, obviously I was playing netball and I got told, don't play netball, you're not good at it. Start playing softball. And like both my parents played softball and baseball. So I think it was just a really cool environment to be around. Like they just were so in love with it. And like it was something that I just instantly connected with. And yeah, spent so much time, like family time, just being out at softball, and it's just always, yeah. Sorry, I'm so bad with this. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's what got me into it. Like my parents' love for it, really, yeah, they always encouraged me. So yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that, because I'm probably pretty similar. My mum played softball when she was growing up. And I've also had the privilege of playing with Amaya's mum, so I know the love that she has for it. But yeah, I guess Tamworth, I played a lot of different sports. It was a popular sport back then in Tamworth. So got into softball and really loved it, and loved the team environment and the challenge of it. It's it was easy back then, but it was easy for about a year, and then it's always been hard. So it's a challenging sport, and it can bring out some tough sides of people. And yeah, I just think I like the challenge. And yeah, I've just stuck with it for a very long time. And yeah, I just feel like it's something I don't ever want to give up. I know that there will be times where I will, but yeah, I still stick to what I love about it. And that's just competing at the top level. And I also just really enjoy playing with Amaya and the Panthers back in Brisbane as well. That's just a really beautiful, fun family environment there that, yeah, that's just another side of the love for it that I have too.
Okay, so great segue, Stacey. Great segue me to my next question I'm going to ask both of you. So what have both of you learnt from each other on and off the field?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I think I'll lead May. I just I've been lucky to play with Maya for a couple of years, but I think I noticed she was a very shy girl. And she's definitely opened up more recently over the last few years. She talks to me now, which is nice.
I was starstruck I still am, but I'm a bit more chill about it now.
But I just think for Amaya, she just has always been the kid that listens. She has great work ethic and is always trying to get better. So, for an older girl coming into the team, and being someone that's done a lot of softball, it's nice to be around someone that just really enjoys it, and you can tell she loves it and wants to be there. So just, for me, just probably gave me a little bit more of a, this is cool to be around a kid that just loves it. And I was probably there once.
There really is so much I can say. I'm trying to like pinpoint a couple of good ones, but like Stace is just such an amazing team player, and like I've like that's probably one of the biggest things like I've learned and tried to take like like put into my own game. Just every little thing she would just be like celebrate, like she would just hype you up and celebrate you for like even if it's something like like she'll hit a home run and then you'll like get like a bunt and get on base, and she'll make you feel like you're the one that's like done that amazing thing. And that's like always been so special to me, especially as like someone who could barely even say hi to her because I was just like so nervous. Like I remember my first game when like I ended up scoring, and I came into the dugout and she gave me this huge high five and like tapped me on the shoulder. I was like, that's so good. And I was just like beaming, and it was just so like amazing to have that. Obviously incredibly hardworking, and so humble. Like just I don't know. It's like I don't know how you do it, but but she loves the game so much, and it's amazing to be around. I'm so grateful.
Ditto.
So what does it mean to represent not just the Brisbane Panthers, but obviously I know both of you have represented your state as well in Queensland. What does it mean to don the Panthers shirt as well as the Mighty Maroon shirt?
You want to answer that,
Well, well, Stace wears the blue for New South Wales, but but what do you call it? Yeah, so Heat, that was my first time making the Heat team. And that was a huge honor for me. Ever since like I grew up playing softball in Noosa, and we would drive down like on Saturdays to watch A grade. Like me and Mum would hop in the car, drive all the way down to check that out. And ever since then I knew that like that was the level I wanted to play at. Like I still remember plays. I remember watching Stace, actually. She hit a pop fly to left field and she turned it into a triple, and I can still see that. Like I can still see like memories like that, still remember, because it had such a big impact on me. And I was like, I want to be like that. Like I want to do like play like that, be just at that level. And so making the Heat team last year was a huge accomplishment for me.
And I guess for me, I mean, Panthers club sport is really important, I think, for any athlete, and sort of to get back to the grassroots, I think is it's really cool to see. I moved from New South Wales to Queensland about 18 years maybe ago now, and have played at the Brisbane comp ever since, and it was and still is the pinnacle of club softball in Australia, I think. So I've quite loyal. I only ever played for one softball club in Tamworth, and then was lucky enough to find Panthers in Brisbane. And it's just a great club. They're there for the right reasons. They support each other, and they really want to promote the sport. So it's fun. They're competitive. They win. So it's it's just a great club to be a part of. They enjoy the game on the diamond, and they have a lot of fun off the diamond too, which just creates a really nice atmosphere. So but I was and had still represented New South Wales until a couple of years ago. So I'm done with that stuff now, but still a very proud New South Wales girl. And I think just playing for your state, it's not a bad thing. I think just playing for your state is you connect to that really well. So I've just always been I call myself a blue blood. Our state calls ourselves blue blood, so it's there is some blue blood in there, and yeah, it's just a great sort of environment to be in as well, I guess.
So, what would be your advice to people that should get involved in softball, especially obviously now, as we know, softball's in the Olympic Games coming up in LA in 3 years' time. What would be your advice to people that should get involved in softball at the moment?
I think for me, it's a challenging sport, but it's a sport you can play for a really long time. And my sort of friendships and close relationships now, I would say most of them are through softball. So it's a likable sport, and you find people that are like you, I think. So yeah, just get out and have some fun. It's challenging. You can run around, you can sit down, have a rest. But yeah, it's sort of it involves lots of different skills, which is sort of what I really like about it. So get involved and try something new if that's something you haven't tried before.
Yeah, I agree with Stace there. Like there's softball, there's so many different elements to it. There's times where you need to be tough and strategic, and anyone can really play it as well. Like, any height or body type, like you could, there's a place for you in softball. And yeah, definitely just, I don't know. I don't think there's anything sport wise that feels better than when you really connect with the ball and just hit something so well. It's just that, I don't know, it's just such a crazy feeling. But yeah, I can't see why anyone wouldn't want to get involved in it. It's so much, as long as you don't get hit by the ball.
It's not soft, is it?
No.
So we'll finish with a couple light-hearted questions then. Firstly, do either of you have a pre-game superstition, ritual, or routine?
I just have a routine, really. Otherwise, no. Like I do the same thing in the on deck circle, and then when I get into the box. But otherwise, like I don't put my right sock on before my left or anything. I'm not overly superstitious like that. No.
I definitely go through phases. I hate to admit it, but I am a very superstitious person. Like I haven't had anything that crazy yet, but like I know that if something worked and I looked stupid doing it, I wouldn't care. Like I would just keep doing it if I felt like it was gonna make me hit good. Sometimes with my hair, I make sure that like if I had a braid one day and then I hit really well, then I have to wear the braid the next. And then the second I get struck out, I'm like, I rip the braid out and I'm like, get out. You're not helping me, get away. But yeah, I definitely go through a lot of silly phases with yeah.
So who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer in your team?
Oh,
I think Stace might have all of them.
No way, mate. No way. You've got a couple of them. Dancer.
Oh, I'm not good at karaoke. I do like karaoke, but I'm not good at it. But
yeah. Do we have any singers?
When we had Juzzy was yeah.
Juzz and M.
Yeah.
They would be the comedians.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we have singers or everyone can dance, can't they?
Lakai is very funny, and she's funny in a very subtle way. Like she just very very funny expressions on her face, and just she's silly.
Did the team have a pre-game hype song? Even though I know it's been running for most of the year so far.
I don't think we did we?
Sometimes Dave will play one of his random his songs, but I wouldn't say that hypes us up.
Actually, he's probably the comedian in the team, your dad.
And the singer.
Yeah, true. No, we don't really, not one in particular, hey, because we kind of hit in the cages and then, we don't really bring music, do we? Maybe that's something we can look into this year. We can work on it.
Obviously, if the rain stops sometime anytime soon up there.
Exactly. We didn't have any chance to get into a routine.
Did anyone on the team have any nicknames that we should know about?
Not this year, hey?
No, there was that year that Jussie called Mackenzie Michaela, and then that or something, and that stuck for a season. But
it did, hey. We used to have a Japanese player called Suzuka, and we used to call her Bazooka because she used to smash him over the fence.
Yeah, but that was a good one.
Suzuka's Bazooka has gone home now, but no, I don't think we're not as boring as we sound. We're a really fun team, actually.
And I'll finish with a two-part question. The first part is, I'm sure both of you would have had some amazing highlights throughout your softball journeys. Is there one that means a little bit more than the others, and why?
I could say one for you, and it's like I really remember it, and it's when we were down 0-0 in the grand final a couple of years ago, and we had loaded bases, and I think it was maybe like the fifth inning, so it was getting towards the end of the game, and we were playing Red Sox, and Laura, I think Coulter was pitching, and she was tying us up pretty well, but Amaya just came up and was just cool, calm, and collected, and smashed it over the fence. So I'm sure you remember that one. I definitely do.
Yeah. I love in the video as well, like when I hit it, Stace does this, like puts her hand up in the air and like yells, yeah. And then I remember this so clearly when I came around third base, like because I sprinted, because I had like I think that was like the second home run I'd ever hit, so I like didn't know how to act, and I sprinted around and everyone was there, but I jumped into Stace's arms. Like, she was like, yes, and I just jumped into her arms like this bear.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, I don't know what to do, but yeah, that was a very cool.
I'll never forget that. Well. That's I mean, I've had lots, but that was really memorable.
Sorry, I've got to ask this as a follow-up. This is not the second part of my question. So, Meg, obviously you picked out Stacey out of the rest of your teammates to jump on. What did your teammates say after you missed all of them and then went for Stace instead?
I think they were just like, everyone's just so hyped. Like there was a lot of people. It was a grand final, so there was a lot of people. So I don't know if anyone.
I think you just jumped into my arms first, because I probably was like pushing everyone out of the way. But then we all sort of everyone kind of came around us.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't like a hug, like good job. It was definitely like, woo, you like good home run, and I took it as like, oh yeah. But that was very funny. I remember that very clearly, because like the last couple steps being like, that's what I was. That was my fault.
She had no choice.
No. Yeah.
And then the second part of the question I'm going to ask is, obviously we Smash FM sponsored the Brisbane Panthers this past season. How special is to have a supporter from down here in Melbourne?
It was I loved that, like we did the interview a bit after like we had been in Melbourne, playing, and you like had said you were, even though we were in Melbourne, you're still going for us. So I did like that. But yeah, it does mean a lot, especially like you helping us promote the sport. I say too much, but yeah, we're very grateful.
Yeah, I agree, and I'll just say just exactly what May said, and like you do so much work for sport in general, and just to come on board for the Panthers in Brisbane is great. Softball should be supported, so we have a great club up there, so it's really awesome that you get on board with us as well, and we really appreciate it, and we always hear about you and watch your stuff online, so keep doing what you're doing, and keep supporting the Panthers.
Can't wait to support you next season in particular, and hopefully the rain goes away.
Yes.
And we finally win and stop coming second by default.
Exactly.
No, we haven't earned like a second place. It's always been like because of the rain. So
yeah.
But both of you, thank you so much for getting up some time to join us. Obviously, best of luck for the rest of this year. Obviously, you got Aussie commitments for both of you coming up very soon, and obviously for you, Stacey, obviously you got we got one more game in the Japan this week, and obviously you're going back there for the second half a month after that. So obviously, best of luck with your club team as well. Obviously, in the top 4 at the moment, but obviously you need to be in the top 3 to make it. So best luck as well, and we'll be cheering for you from down here in Melbourne.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Will.
Of course, that's the man, Stacey there, joins up from the Brisbane Panthers Softball Club. Of course, if you want to get involved with the Mighty Panthers in the 2025-26, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved in the sport. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 50th year celebration.